Just another train. You know why this one's special, Mazzy?
Because it's the largest locomotive in the world.
It is the biggest locomotive in the world.
I read that.
Or the biggest one ever built in Britain, that's for sure.
Yeah. Was it not built in Japan?
No, it was built for the Chinese.
Oh.
Very big. We can actually go inside. Let's have a quick tour inside. Check out the engine room.
Oh, I like buttons.
That's a bit special. I wonder where the tooty bit is, you know, where you make the noise. So that's the only thing anyone cares about in engine rooms, isn't it? Where do you make it go doot doot? Forgot to tell you, it's called the KF7, KF17, KF17. So just for you guys, in case you're not sure how a steam engine works, we've actually arranged today to have one specially dissected for you.
Yeah.
So what we've done is we've cut the sides off and cut deep inside so you can see how the insides work. If you come to the back here, see what I mean? So the coal would go in there and up there and up there or something. So yeah, we've actually literally cut these off especially for you guys, our viewers. I knew they'd appreciate that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Mazzy's having a good look at the copper knob.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Copper knob, 1846, what a strange name for a train. Copper knob. Read about it there if you're interested. I think I can see why it's called a copper knob. Can't believe you. She's walked about 4 trains in front of me. Come here. Come here. One of the highlights of this museum, she just walked straight past it. That's it, don't you have any idea what this is?
The rocket.
The rocket. Do you know what the rocket is?
Nah.
It's the first ever train.
Oh, is it?
I think.
Wow.
But it's not the real one, it's just a replica.
Oh, really?
Now I remember seeing this 35 years ago and I thought it was the real one. And it's not, there's a sign there saying it's a replica, which is pretty disappointing. But still very beautiful. Just as good as it looked 35 years ago. You've never heard of the Q1?
No, I think I've heard of it, yeah.
No, I haven't.
Oh, haven't you?
The Q1, 1942, designed this for World War II to help carry all the guns and things, all the heavy things. It's a beast. Ambulance trains. Okay.
Most thrilling and heated conversation with him in German.
You know, I've stayed in youth hostels which aren't looking as comfortable as this. This is a hospital on a train.
They didn't treat him like the rest.
Don't know when this was, I'm guessing it's World War II. That's what it would have looked like on one of these ambulance trains. Look, they're all posing. All the men's heads just peeking out there. And Hitler in the doorway, no one's noticed him there, have they? And there you've got all the wounded waiting to go. So it's a beautiful museum, and then you've got this bag of rubbish up back. Look at the state of this. Look at the state of this. Narrow gauge carriage, 1898. Read a bit about it there if you wish. Press pause. But we'll show you inside. This looks fantastic.
It's actually really beautiful and it's...
No restoration done on this. This is how it was. Look at this. This is like going back in time. So much better when they haven't touched them. That looks fantastic. You can imagine someone sat there just picking bits of the seat out. You know, like you used to do on school buses and things, when you shouldn't have done. That is fantastic. There's a sign there for a train called Pet from 1865, and I'm looking around for it. I'm thinking that's it there, or maybe this one. It's neither, Mazzy. Have you found it yet?
It's a tiny one here.
It's behind the Pet sign. This is it. Look at the size of that. Now this they used in Crewe until 1929. It's the equivalent of a forklift truck apparently, back in the day. But Crewe is where I used to go a lot, train spotting. Not that I was a train spotter, but we used to go to Crewe because that was the best place to go for certain types of trains, like shunters Well, anything. Class 47s, 80... I wasn't a train spotter though, but I did go to train spotting destinations with my friends who were train spotters. That's fantastic. Here we have a muck truck. A muck truck being where they threw all the muck when they dug the Channel Tunnel. From England to France, it was all thrown in there. I don't know what they did with all the soil afterwards, do you?
Dumped it in France.
Dumped it in France? Possibly. Hopefully. We like this one.
Yeah.
Do you know why we like this one? Let me zoom round to show them. Look at this. Look at that. Look at the age on that. You know why that's so exciting? It's from 1851.
Yeah.
And what's so exciting about
Is
it?
it the first one?
It is the oldest, one of the oldest remaining ones. One of the oldest remaining surviving carriages,
Wow.
apparently. So they've stuck this engine on the front of it, but this isn't actually an engine which would have pulled it in its day, because this is from 1974. This is quite a bit newer. But it's just the carriage. We can't see inside it. You can see how it's made of wood, and all the wood's cracking here. It's beautiful. As is that locomotive, I suppose. Not something you see every day, so I suppose we should have a look under here, has it?
Yeah.
Underneath the train. There you go. Look at the size of the exhaust pipe. It's massive.
This is actually a working one. It's still all greasy and wonderful, isn't it? You can smell it.
You can, but you only said that because that's what it just said on that side.
I know. I'm blagging it like you do. That's the one, guys, we were under.
It's called the Lodestar from the Eastern Railway. Now, if you haven't got a steam locomotive engine, how do you think these things worked?
Horse?
Horse? No.
No.
I can show you. We've got a carriage here. Okay, a nice carriage. Very nice carriage. If you needed to make this work and you didn't have a steam locomotive, what you do is you get an extension lead, and up there is a train plug. You'd stick the plug in there and run it off your electric socket. Works off a standard 24 volt socket from in your house. Plug it in there. Yeah. So this is it.
Is it real?
This is real. This is the ultimate. It's the Mallard. Now, I was looking around for a sign to see if it was the real Mallard or just a replica. It's the real Mallard. It's the Mallard.
Explain what the Mallard.
The Mallard holds the record for the fastest ever steam train.
Oh, wow. In what year?
In 1938, it got up to 126 miles an hour, and that record still stands now. None of them have ever beaten it.
Really?
And just to top that off, we can actually go on it. Do you want to go on Mallard?
Yes.
Let's go on Mallard. I can't believe this. So this has to be the best train here. Oh no, you can't go on it.
Oh.
We can have a look in its engine if you want, but we can't cab it. So there you go, inside the beautiful Mallard. Fantastic. I don't know what any of this stuff does, I'll be honest with you. I've never driven a train, I've just cabbed them a lot. Not that I'm a train spotter or anything, but I have been in a lot of cabs of trains. So not only have we seen the Mallard, we've seen inside the engine of the Mallard, we're actually on the Mallard now.
We're on top.
We're showing them everything.
Yes. I think I've seen it.
been seen before though, because every time it goes under a bridge you can see the top of it. Come on, Mazzy. Yeah. It's a class 35. There's a class 35.
Yes.
Right, we're not in steam now, we're going into diesel. Got a few diesels here. We've got one on the end here. It says the first 2,000 horsepower diesel from 1958. So we've run out of time.
Yes.
In the National Railway Museum. There was still, I think, 3 like rooms to go in.
Just didn't have time.
We didn't have time,
no.
but we did show you all the trains pretty much.
Yeah.
The rest of it was like background things and museum-y things. Join us on the next video.
Yeah.
See you all later, guys. Bye bye.